Hi, my name is Oliver Haddrath. I'm a DNA technician at the Royal Ontario Museum. Right now you're in one of three of the DNA labs that we have here in the museum that's used for studying natural history. We use DNA now as a marker to actually be able to tell how different species are related to each other. And we also use it as a marker for telling how animals are related within a species, different populations and rare and endangered species. The device I have behind me is one of the most powerful machines we have in the room. It's an automated DNA sequencer. What we use it for is for sequencing DNA sequences. We also use it for studying microsatellites. Microsatellites are short, repetitive bits of DNA that are very variable in populations, so we can use them for studying one population to another. One of the great advantages of having the collections at the Royal Ontario Museum is that we can use this kind of technology to actually study specimens that can be up to 100 years old. So we need not necessarily go out and collect more specimens, which is very important if animals happen to be particularly rare or endangered. One of the projects that we're working on is actually studying how birds of the world are all related to each other. Basically looking at the question of bird origins. And to understand bird origins, one thing you need to know is the relationships of all different birds. What I have here actually all belong to birds, including this particular bone right here. For a sense of scale, this bone is from a chicken. This is its upper leg bone, it's called the femur. This is the same bone in the world's tallest bird today, an ostrich. You can see the hip joint for walking. You only have to go back between 300 and 500 years ago to have an even bigger bird around called the moa of New Zealand. The moa was a very, very large flightless bird. It could have been about 3 to 4 meters tall in height. And it was found only on the islands of New Zealand. And it went extinct, as I said, about 300 to 500 years ago when humans showed up and started to colonize the island. And because there were no mammals or anything else, the moa became one of the major food supplies. Unfortunately, supply did not keep up with demand and they went extinct. Now what we can actually do here in the DNA lab is we can actually extract DNA from these bones and we can look at some interesting questions how moas are related to other large flightless birds.